8, 2024 today, Sunday, nag-start ang malakas na storm, ang ulan here in Pisa at 7:20 p.m. Yes, a severe storm has hit Pisa. The torrential and incessant rain has been falling for over an hour and a half and has already caused widespread flooding in the city with consequent inconvenience to the people. Nandito po kami ngayon, nakabiyahe. Galing kami ng CIY Pisa, going home to Florence. And walang tigil ang lakas ng ulan. So yan ang magiging topic po natin para sa ating pong mentoring. When the storm hits, anong gagawin natin kapag may malakas na bagyo sa ating mga buhay? I remember, one of my favorite story in the Bible is when Jesus calms the storm. In Luke chapter 8 verses 22 to 25. In the story, Jesus and his disciples aren't just coincidentally in a boat when the storm hits. It was actually Jesus' idea to get into the boat and go on the water, knowing full well a storm would come. Interesting, di po ba? The disciples were actually being obedient by going, and they said yes to Jesus' idea. And that brought them into the middle of a storm. Sa totoo lang, no one wants to walk through a storm. Yet, sometimes, Jesus calls us to go through a storm. Since we live in this broken world where storms will come, and sometimes, God lets them hit hard. So kapag tumama ang malakas na bagyo sa buhay natin, hindi lang bagyong literal, kundi bagyo ng mga pagsubok sa buhay, what are we going to do? So ito po ang aking mga share. Number 1, we need to accept the fact that we will face storms in life. There are storms that are part of nature. Katulad ng itong experience namin ito, walang pwedeng o sino man ang pwedeng mag-control, only God can control. May mga storms sa buhay natin that are engineered by our disobedience. Katulad na nangyari kay John, Nakaranas siya ng malakas na bagyo, storm sa buhay niya dahil sa kanyang pagdidisobey kay Lord. At yun ang naging consequence. And there are storms that God sends us into to grow us. Katulad po ng aking nabanggit, yung story po sa Luke chapter 8, 22 to 25, where Jesus Christ Himself, taught His disciples a lesson of trust. And there are storms that other people drag us into. I remember the story in Acts 27 where Paul was a prisoner for preaching the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ, and his captors took him to Rome to be judged. At makikita natin dito, there was a season when they did not sail. At makikita natin na yung bagyo na kanilang naranasan ay gawa ng ibang tao, caused by other people. So ano man pong uri ng storm ang kinaharap natin, literal storm man yan, spiritual storm, financial storm, emotional storm, family storm, educational storm, patungkol sa ating employment. Since we don't have the power to stop the storm, we just need to go through this time as best as we can without giving up. So when the storm hits, here's what are we going to do. Don't be afraid. Don't panic because God is with you. Katulad ng ating story, makikita natin, Jesus leapt through the storm and He was so at peace. You see, people, we too can be at peace even in the midst of storm, knowing that Jesus is perfectly in control of it. We may feel like at times that God doesn't care about us, but friends, God cares and loves you so much. He wants you to trust His power even in the midst of that storm, so that you can know the same peace He had. You see, it's the peace that trusts the God that can calm any storm anytime He wants. And if He allows that storm in your life, there's a reason. Sigurado po yon. And He's not going to let you down. I remember a promise in Isaiah chapter 43 verse 2, when you go through deep waters, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. Wow, what a great promise. And letter B, don't lose hope. Yes, God is bigger than any storm. Manapa, you pray to God, Lord, teach me to trust you even in the midst of this unexpected storm of my life today. And ask the peace of God even in that midst of storm, knowing that God is near, He hears your cries, and He's with you. And the Lord will bring peace and calmness as you face that storm in your life today. And don't interpret the storm in your own understanding or in your own terms. Why? Para hindi tayo ma-disappoint or hindi tayo ma-delude, hindi tayo maging bitter kay God or mag-fall away sa ating faith. Let us trust God and let us not interpret yung mga bagyo na nangyayari sa buhay natin as if God is striking us or God is punishing us. You see, God sees the storm as a means of our advancement. Many times, God uses storms of life to test us, to help us get closer to Him. God uses the storm, the scary storm of life, as an opportunity for Him to demonstrate His power and for God to get the glory and not ours. And God uses these storms in life to mature us and to become better person and Christian. It's in the storm that we realize we cannot prevent pain from coming, nor do we have control over it all. So friends, realize that God has complete control over all the things na nangyayari sa ating pong mga buhay. Stop deluding yourself na may control ka sa buhay mo, may control ka sa pangyayari sa buong mundo. The storms reminds us that we are not all powerful. Sometimes kasi we forget the fact that Jesus actually is in the storm. Katulad po ng naranasan ng mga disciples, the Lord did not left them. Therefore, we can be assured that God will not leave us. Yes, we cannot avoid the storms in life, but learn to face our storm heads on, navigate, and emerge strong as ever. God bless everyone.